Episode, nobody beats the house.
Good morning, and we are looking at the comment periods. Oh, everybody's like, oh, it's over, right? Yeah, right, whatever. We're going to exploit this until we can't exploit it no more, until it's all dried out and drilled up. So let's go dig into these stupid comment periods once again. Hopefully we'll be able to quit doing this at some point, right? So got a couple of things to talk about today. I'm going to go over to the Instagram for my notes, because I just posted on the Instagrams about this whole thing. Boom. So these are some of the things we're going to be talking about. The 300,000 comments that came into the pistol receivers, and how there are now 213,000 comments that are approved. So what's up with that? There's still approving comments on that one. We have a total of only 211,000 comments came in on the pistol braces. They're up to 160,000 of those approved. What's up with that? We got a couple issues with those comment periods. Then we got antis. This is the third point we're going to be talking about. The antis efforted on the receivers and left the pistol braces alone. What's up with that? Why is that? And then what'll be the results of all of this? That's you are going to answer that one. And then fifthly, what can we do to learn from this and having two of them at the same time and so forth? All right, so first off, let's put that in here. First off, we'll put fifthly in here. So fifthly, what can we do to learn from these? Good morning. You can start answering that question. We'll have some other questions for everybody to answer here in a bit. So that's some of the reasons we're going live this morning, even though it's already over. So the first thing I like to do when I do the traditional monitoring of the government videos like this is to do the traditional going to the YouTube video and opening its own abdomen up in front of us. So we just went into the video, we're editing the video that we're watching. It is legal. No one ever does it because they're too scared to do it in front of you. Now we're going to open up the ATF comment periods for the redefinition of receivers, verify that, oh, what's up with this? What is up with this? 294,633 comments. Last time we looked, there was only 632. So fake. There, they're added a whole nother comment way after the comment periods had already been closed. What's up with that? That's super fake. Next, we're going to take a look at how many of those comments have been approved. And of the 300,000 comments, the last time we looked, 206,000 have been approved. And now, because they're continuing to approve comments, even though the comment period's well over, they're at 213,500. So that means they've approved another 5,000 comments. And since we know that there's at least 100,000 boilerplate anti-comments in there, anti-gun, anti-rights, anti-personal property, anti-awareness, anti-paying attention to the laws, or whatever those people would be called. It's interesting that they're still approving those comments. So next we're going to go to the stabilizing braces. The one that just ended this week. And this one ended with a grand total of 211. Well, we got to take this number and cut it and move it over here real quick. So we've been monitoring the rate, I guess, of comments being submitted. And it looks like the last time we looked, there was 180,000 comments submitted, received by the government. And now it looks like it's 211,000. So almost 100,000 less than the receiver comment period. And of those, last time we looked, 152,000 some change had been approved. And now we're looking at 160,820 have been approved. So that's a pretty high, it's a pretty high ratio of approved. But it is not, well, it's not 100%, but it's a higher ratio than we've seen in the past, right? I'm going to click save, and that means that the description of this video now has the information we just had been describing there. So if you go to refresh the page and look at the description of this video, you refresh the page and look at the description of this video, it'll have all the numbers we just verified right now. So we've got the redefinition of firearms receivers ended on August 19th. That one ended at 294,000 comments. They're still approving comments, and they've now approved 213,000 of the 294. You can still find those. They're still available. I know some people had said they pulled them down. That's not the case. I'm looking at them right now. I'm looking at the numbers increasing. So these are active sites that are still being used, which means you can still go to them. You can still click on comments on both of them, and you can still search the comments. You can still sort them and search for deliberate keywords or unique IDs or something. You can search through them. All right, so looking at the stabilizing braces, the one that ended this week, again, 200,000 looks like the result there. 200,011. So I don't know if it's worth looking through these. I think it's probably going to be worth doing some data harvesting, some data mining by going over to the comments tab on both of them and then searching for different things. I can think of a couple of things to search for, or I guess dig in for, and that would be some of the different boilerplate, and then some, I guess, some of the keywords like support and I guess what would be the opposite of support? I want you to disregard or something like that. Look for those kind of negative words. And you could search and by the results figure out some idea of what's all in these giant numbers of comments. In addition to that, some of the other things to think about would be what to learn from these. But it looks like, I guess I'm doing this too early in the morning because although Keith's here, nobody's saying anything in the comments, so we're not getting much participation. Let's see, what'll be the results of these two? Well, there's really no point in going over these questions if no one's going to be out there. So maybe I did this too early in the morning. You can never tell. I'm in Arizona, which is on Pacific time right now, so it's kind of early in the morning for me, but it's not early in the morning back east, I don't think. It's just morning. So, I guess this is a bad time to do one of these, or people just don't care anymore. It's over. So either way, this was an attempt to dig in and offer a place to do some interactive data analysis or interactive combing through some of that data. We can use this as a placeholder for potential future conversations. So I'll encourage people that are watching this, since it's not very long, to leave some comments to this video. And if you want us to dig in live and explore some of those comments, do some searching, let us know. Otherwise, we've accomplished something here in 10 minutes. We have got the final numbers for the comment periods. I'm going to consider this, unless there's comments, and there's no comments coming in live. So unless there's comments to this video after the fact, I don't get anything from doing comment periods. If anything, it drives my channel into the dirt. So we'll admit defeat and say that Biden won on the comments, that it's over unless we get some comments to the contrary, in which case we'll turn it all back on again at some point in the future, maybe at a later time in the day, and dig into some of these things like data harvesting or data mining in the comments and having some discussion on these questions I brought up in Instagram Why did the antis work on the receivers and leave the pistol braces alone? What is there to learn from that? And what can we learn from the results of these comment periods? If we don't learn from our mistakes and our failures, then we're doomed to repeat them, I suspect. All right, well, with that, thanks to everybody for, nobody for showing up live and participating, so that was boring. But otherwise, thanks to the people in the future who leave comments on this video, and you'll determine whether or not we address this topic again. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.